One of the beautiful things about Project Hail Mary is that Ryan Gosling was not simply standing in front of a green screen acting against a tennis ball on a stick. He was actually interacting with a very real puppet manned by a veteran theater actor and created by one of the great effects artists of our time. If you haven't seen the film yet or some of the marketing, you want to be completely surprised by Rocky, please scroll away now. With one of the artists who helped craft Rocky, that is the primary designer, Neil Scanlon. He was almost 50 years in when it comes to special effects, makeup, animatronics, etc. He started as a 19-year-old in stop motion, eventually worked as the chief mechanical designer with Jim Henson on Labyrinth, and then also on Little Shop of Horrors. There at the founding of the Jim Henson Creature Shop, would work with them for 8 years. He was involved with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2. For winning an Academy Award for his work on Babe, he'd leave the Jim Henson team and go start his own effects studio. First project his team got was George Miller's Babe, Pig in the City, which I think is one of the most undervalued movies ever made. I'm not joking. Please go watch this film. Stuff like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd, Prometheus, before diving into all of the new Star Wars films. Speaking of Star Wars, the prequel trilogies were a great example of good actors being forced to talk to a tennis ball on a stick, delivering bad dialogue, and really struggling. Ewan McGregor has talked about this at length. It was a lot of time by himself doing that kind of work, and it gets really frustrating. Which brings us to Project Hail Mary, which emotionally relies on you believing and getting invested in this relationship between a human and a puppet. While Rocky might remind us of Geodude or Graveler, he does not have the benefit of having a face to be able to express himself, and the thing he kind of closest resembles really is a spider. Humans obviously have kind of a fundamental distrust of spiders. They are unsettling, and again, there is no face here. There's no eyes which Gosling and the audience can connect with. The design was spectacularly detailed and creative. It would fall on the puppeteers to really make Rocky work, and it would fall on Gosling to kind of nail the dynamic. 5 different puppeteers manning Rocky, but this was the lead, James Ortiz. Weir himself said Rocky was on set at all times. 5 puppeteers we called the Rocketeers. They had their little black ninja outfits on. They'd be extremely uncomfortable underneath the set or hanging from wires or whatever. They had to be digitally removed after the fact. It was quite an ordeal. We'd have to remove things to make room for the Rocketeers and the sticks they're moving around. It wasn't just about the physical creation of Rocky or the puppet work. It was also about the voice. Many people assumed they'd bring in some type of famous celebrity. The big role, it's a lot of work as a voice actor, and a big name helps you to market the film and also gets people excited. What I decided to do, in my opinion, was absolutely brilliant because it's the voice of James Ortiz behind Rocky. It allows your mind to sink into the story. It allows the believability to hit. It allows you to settle in and not be constantly reminded, oh, that's the voice of celebrity XYZ. James Ortiz himself is based out of New York City. He's a theater actor, a designer, a playwright, and a director. Acted on Broadway, but also created an off-Broadway play called The Woodsman, which is based on The Wizard of Oz. Funny enough, won James Awards for puppet design. James also received grants in 2015 and 2019 from the Jim Henson Foundation. Strange full circle moment. The first film that Neil did animatronics for was Return to Oz in 1984. To say, I think this entire story, and I think Project Hail Mary in and of itself and its financial success, is a reminder people want tangible art. We rely on theater, we rely on puppets, we rely on people that have been doing this stuff for a long time and know how to make a story feel real and emotional.